Hi, I'm Faris, I'm 12 years old. I'm a junior member of People in Harmony. Today I'm here with Dr Michelle Balach-Ali to find out why mixed race matters are so important to the work our charity does. Hi Michelle.
Hi.
So can you please tell us what your job is within the charity?
Ooh, well, just first of all, thank you for this. It's wonderful to meet you. And it's great to be working with our young future. Thank you. I'm the new chair, which means I think there's quite a few roles that I should have, and there's lots of ideas I've got. So first of all, I have to lead the ideas and the initiatives that should take place and have a really good plan of action, how to take the charity further forward. It's got lots of, I would say, huge legacy and archives of things it's done. But I'd like to build on that. So I'd like to, first of all, I'd like to introduce lots of young people like yourself, because I think that you are my future. Although I don't look it, I'm 55,000 years old. So the future is the young people. So I'd really like an infusion of youth and talented people like yourself to come in and show us how to drive forward, because I think the face of mixed race people now has changed. I think when I was growing up in the 70s, there were lots of people who were perhaps not as accommodating as they are now, and there was, I would say there was quite a lot of racism and prejudice against mixed race people. But now things, they've improved and they've changed. There's lots more of us. I'm not saying that racism's gone away, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that because there's lots more of us, people are starting to listen and think about us in a different way, and I'd like to really develop that idea. And I'd like to have, to introduce things like social media. I'd like to think about, in the future, bringing the young people into our vision to drive us forward in terms of technology, but also things to do helping each other and inspiring other young people to do well in the workplace, in school, and in our local communities, and also globally.
What made you want to be chair?
The vision changed, and I think it was it needed a new, just a fresh new outlook, maybe an infusion of something new and different. I just thought maybe I could do that.
Okay, and also, what are the aims of the charity?
As I said, the aims of the charity are to, I would say, make it more up to date. Because every charity, once in a while, has to respond to the people it's catering for. So I would say in the 70s, mixed race people really needed some support and help to be able to develop themselves as a community. And that's what I think that was very good for. Families were very important when it first was set up. But now, there are lots and lots and lots more mixed race people. So the mixed race people now, they need a different type of support. So the support they need now, I think, is having more of a profile, raising the profile, because over the last 40 years there's been quite a lot of research and literature written that is quite pathological. That's just a fancy word for quite negative. It doesn't display the mixed race community in the way that I think it should be displayed, because the research that I've carried out says that actually mixed race people have an amazing view of society and a very different view when compared to perhaps, for instance, Caribbeans. So if you're mixed race white Caribbean, your view of the world and your community and people can be quite different to that of Caribbeans. But in the past, we were all kind of put into one big pot. So I'd like us to have our own legacy, our own profile.
And last question, how can people get involved?
My goodness, we've got so many avenues. I mean, we've recruited new trustees, and one way you can get involved is become a member. That's what we need. We need members. We also need people to become volunteers. Membership means you just join something and you want to see what you can do to get involved. The next step could be you can become a volunteer. We want people to get involved in writing. We want people to do research. We want people to raise money and funding. We want people to start setting up small People in Harmony hubs. We want people to start getting together and grouping and doing meetups. We want to be able to affect the policies in place that are in institutions. So we need people who can help us to drive that forward within the education system. We'd like to set up places that children can go to and they can get involved in sport, show them how to be really good team players, be competitive, learn how to lose, learn how to win. So I think that'd be really, really good to set up youth clubs and youth centres for young people. Also support people in families. Sometimes people don't have the access to the same community that perhaps we do. I mean, I grew up in an area in the country where there's quite a few mixed race people now. So it'd be really good to set up hubs for people to get together and commune with each other, to support each other and encourage each other.
Okay, now, I have two reasons why I love being mixed race. One of them is that I have two different types of family, British, and some of my family's from the Caribbean as well. So get along with all types of people, experience what just what being just black is and being just white is, because I have both of them.
That's exactly what my research found. So I'm really excited that you said that. I haven't even asked you that question. But with my research, I researched mixed race identity for 7 years, and what I found was exactly what you've just said. And you seem to say it in a very proud way as well. That mixed race people, because I've said that we are cultural negotiators. We have a panoramic view of culture, because we might have a white auntie and a white mum and a white grandma and a white uncle, etc., etc. We also might have a black uncle and a black uncle, granddad, and a black grandma. And because we've got all different types of ideas in our family, right close to us, we hear all different sorts of communications. We are very good at adjusting to that when we go outside of our homes. And that's what I've said, and I think that's a fantastic thing. I don't think anyone's actually spotted that. And I've never read that before. I wrote about it, and I felt that when I wrote about it, it was groundbreaking that we actually feel the same. And I didn't know it until I researched it and I interviewed lots of people, so thank you for confirming it, that the young, fresh generation that's coming up feels the same way. It's fantastic. That's so exciting. Thank you, Faris.
You're welcome. Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.
Thank you.